Good afternoon, guys. God bless you. Carlos here with Serranos Mobile Detail in Dallas, Texas. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. So what are we going to be talking about today, Carlos? So today is just a little bit of I wanted to talk about pricing, and this may help the new detailers, right? I recently get inquired a lot about, hey Carlos, can you take a look at my list pricing, and can you tell me if it needs anything to be added, right, or removed. 90% of the time when I get these lists, guys, I tell them straight up, hey, that is a lot of wording. We need to knock it to about 3 items. And you might be wondering why 3 items. I have found it in my business throughout the years that many customers do not like to read. Creating a big list creates confusion, right? And you don't want to be creating that when you're starting out. You want to be very thorough with your explanations. That way you're able to hold the customer for those specific minutes while they read, right? So in my business, I only have I mean, now we're pretty much down to 2, but in reality I only offer 3 packages, right? And the packages are 1, interior detailing, 2, which would be like a paint corrections, 1 step, 2 steps, and 3 ceramic coatings, right? And of course the usual maintenance washes, right? But on the daily, what you guys will see me on my videos will be interior detailing or ceramic coatings usually. But when I started, guys, I think I started with, just like everybody, a big list, and I would send it to the customers. I don't have a website. I don't have any PDF, I think, where you guys send it. So I type all my stuff, right? Yes, you can save it. But for me, I'm an old school detailer, and I love just writing. I love to text back to customers. That way the customer knows that who they're talking to, it's not in a machine. It's literally me. Now, many have told me, dude, you can literally write what you want and you can send it to them, and it's gonna be like if you're talking to them. No, it's not the same. Every customer is different. So I tend to always text the customers, and I like to write down what I'm gonna be offering. Again, there is many new technologies out there that you can literally, I think it's called Urable. There's another one, I think, that it's like for car washers, for detailers, and it does all that for you. As for me, I like to do everything, all right? From the emails, I like to send them myself. I like to send reminders, all of that. But anyways, let's get back to the topic. If you're planning on starting your business, right? Obviously, when you're starting your business, you're probably gonna be offering a lot of basic services like a vacuum, windows wash, wheels and tires. You know, next level up, maybe you can offer a interior conditioning with your vacuum. Many know that one as like a super clean package. Many car washes, that's kind of how they advertise it. The super clean package, which is like at a car wash, is $50. So if you're mobile, maybe $60, and it's a vacuum, windows wash, conditioning your dashboard and your door panels. And then next up, maybe you can offer a hand wax, right? If you're just starting, you're gonna start with maybe basic stuff, right? Because you really don't know, maybe you may not know interior detailing, but you know how to wash a car, all right? And then slowly, as you progress in your business, you're gonna offer more stuff, such as a interior detail, and then you move up to, you know, paint corrections. You can offer headlight restorations. You know, as a detailer, you can do a lot of things, right? But it's all a process. So whenever you start your business, offer only, and I will repeat this again, when you start your business, offer only what you know that you can offer 100%. Never advertise something that you don't know how to do, right? Yes, that motorcycle sounds nice. Anyways, always offer what you know best, right? Don't offer something you don't know how to do. If you're just starting, don't advertise ceramic coatings, because it's not gonna go correct. But I've seen many just starting and they're already offering ceramic coatings, you know, but they don't know how to do X, Y, and Z, right? But I'm nobody to judge. It's just the way I started my business was truly starting from the bottom, offering basic packages, and then slowly moving up, right? To where now I can offer 100% of all the services and I can do them to 100% of my ability, right? I don't like to give a customer something that I don't know how to do, or outsource it to somebody, right? Because the customer inquired you, right? And then you show up, and then somebody else shows up, and they're like, oh, well, they're gonna do the wax because I'm sorry, ma'am or sir, I don't know how to do those yet, so I called this guy. The customer's gonna be like, what? I inboxed you for the services. But anyways, always offer what you know how to do 100%. All right. Next is you want to create a small list. Don't create a big list, because customers don't like to read. They like to just, it creates confusion, right? And then you'll get frustrated because you sent the paper to the customer, and the customer is now asking you questions on services that you already sent. So usually for me, I only create those packages. I only offer what the customer wants. So if a customer inboxes me and they're like, hey, I want an interior detail, that is the only thing I'm gonna send the customer. An interior detail package. I'm not gonna send them no coating packages, no hand waxing, no corrections, only what they ask, right? And it'll kind of bring everything, boom, to like narrow down to one thing is what they want, and that's all I offer. So as a new detailer, get enough information to know what your customer really wants, and never offer something they don't want, right? Because I've had it in the past when I started. The customer would inbox me for an interior detail, and then I'd be like, yeah, and you know, we can go ahead and do a hand wax, or you know, the customer would be like, well, I didn't want that, I didn't ask you about that, I'm asking you for this. So it kind of taught me to never tell the customer what else I offer. And like I've said it in many of my videos, now I create curiosity. All I want is one opportunity to provide the customer with the services they needed, right? And that will open up the imagination of the customer of what you're able to accomplish, right? So that usually happens after I finish a car, you know, and if I do only interiors, the customer usually says, hey, by any chance, do you do waxing? Or, hey, look, my car has a lot of these scratches, you know, are you able to fix that? And that opens up that new window, right? So always offer what the customer, or give the customer what they want, and trust me, it will open up curiosity to many items that you provide, right? As always, I don't like to upsell to anybody, and for those who have driven with me, I only give you what you want. And you guys have seen on the that those who have came and drove with me, or seen me work, you have seen a little bit of how I provide the customer service. You know, we only focus on what you need, on what you want, and what you inquired to me about, right? And that's all I'm gonna offer. Then once we finish everything, we create a conversation, we talk. I usually talk to the customers maybe like 30 minutes after I finish a car, just because I want to get to know my customers. At the end of the day, to me, they're not customers. I'm creating a family, and I'm blessed and honored to have a lot of these customers pretty much kind of become family with me. So truly a blessing. So if the customers are following me on YouTube, which I really don't know, thank you guys for the opportunity to serve you guys throughout all these years. But for those who are starting in this business, just be patient, be very patient. This business is truly a up and down battle, especially if you're just starting, right? You maybe one week you're booming, you have a lot of cars, and the second week you don't have anything. You start getting frustrated, you start thinking if this was the right choice you made. But at the end of the day, I'm always going to tell you, have faith, keep pushing, you know, practice, and you will slowly see your business take off, right? But of course, there's some businesses out there that have truly skyrocketed, and you know, God bless them. You know, I know my business, when I started it, even till now, it's not where I want it to be. I'm truly I'm successful in my way, and I'm okay with that. So just be patient. If you're just starting, be patient with your business. Work different numbers, work maybe your wording. Sometimes also when you send stuff to customers, it's your wording that kind of eliminates you from getting that job. Check your wording, see what you can do to improve what you're going to provide, right? Because sometimes it all falls down to the wording. The customer doesn't feel sure about you. They don't really trust what the detailer they're talking to. So always talk to the customer, you know, do one-on-one, face-to-face interactions. I know with COVID it's a little bit different, but I always tell customers, hey, let me come and look at the car. I can inspect it, and then I can give you a firm price with no hidden fees, because I like to use that word, and I honestly mean it. I like to give a honest price with no hidden fees, because the last thing you want is to show up to the customer's house and say you quoted them $150, right? And if you're just starting, you want to be very firm with your price, and you show up and you're like, you realize that you underquoted yourself, right? I've underquoted myself many times, even now, because you think the car is clean, right? And you take the customer's words, and then you're like, you know, it's 150, and then, you know, you get there, and in reality, it's like a $250 job because the interior is hammered. And then at that point, you're like, you got to tell the customer, hey, you know what? After really looking at this car, your total is going to be $200 or $250. Trust me, that customer's going to be like, but you told me 150, right? So always get visuals of the car that you're going to be working on, because you don't want to go into a job and not really knowing what you're attacking, right? Because then the customer could be like, oh no, I don't want to do this business with you no more because you told me 150. So you know what? I don't even want to do it anymore. At that point, the customer's already frustrated and pretty much telling you to get out. But be very diligent with your work. Do it correctly. Get pictures, get feedback. That way you provide the firm price, a correct price to the customers. But as always, we're in this journey together. You know, I'm not the best. I love what I do, and we learn as we go. You know, where there's always new things to learn, but it's fun. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Happy Saturday, guys, and God bless y'all, and I'll see you guys on the next video.